Okay, I'm going to teach you how to make a really super good super soil mix, and this involves just a base type of soil. I like to use something that has a lot of peat moss. So this is $5 a bag. It's 100% organic, and it's really light and fluffy. Very, very fluffy, really easy for the roots to grow through. We're going to use fish bone meal, something like the used called Plant Success. It's soluble. It's humic acid. A little bit of bat guano, because this is instantly available to plants pretty much. It's good nitrogen. And then Earthworm Castings has a lot of micronutrients in it, and nitrogen also, and this will never burn your plants, and it's one of the best fertilizers you can use. I also have Azomite, which is a mineral that has about 78 trace minerals in it, so it's very, very good for your plants. Then also Maxicrop, which is a soluble kelp, which has plant hormones in it that actually help stimulate the foliage growth of your plant, and also the roots for growing. So what you're going to do is add enough soil. Add enough soil to about, so half your container is filled up. Then what I like to do is, you don't have to be exact with this. I'll shake in some Azomite. You can never overdo Azomite. I'm using 2 cubic feet soil bags here too. So then I'll just kind of stir it in with my hands. Stir that in. Probably add a little bit more Azomite. You can order Azomite off eBay for cheap. You can get on Amazon for really cheap. A lot of people think plants only need the basic fertilizer like nitrogen, phosphorus, and such. They need a lot more trace minerals to be super healthy. And they're gonna grow a lot better, faster, and have better tasting fruit. I like to use mainly organic nutrients too, because that actually gives you a lot better improved taste on your fruits and vegetables too when you're growing them. All right, let's open up these earthworm castings. I got these off eBay, about $20 shipped for 25 pounds of earthworm castings. See if I can bring them up here to show you what it looks like. You can't overdo earthworm castings either. So what I'll do is, for a container this big, I'll put a couple handfuls in of earthworm castings. This is good organic matter to add to your soil mix. The good thing about all of these organic nutrients too is your plant is going to be a lot more disease resistant. All right. Now this is bat guano. Bat guano, unlike bone meal and blood meal, is almost instantly available. And I think this isn't steamed bat guano, but this is very good stuff. Just want to shake again, just a couple shakes in there and mix it around. I don't like to measure crap out, it takes too long. Make sure you get all the soil even at the bottom of the container and mix it. Mix it all up. Well, I guess there's a spider in this box. Okay. Another thing is fish bone meal. Fish bone meal has a lot of phosphate in it. This one has 18%. This is really good for blooming and flowering. It's going to give you better fruit production, more fruits. More of them are going to grow to full fruits. Not a board as easy. This is very good stuff. This takes a lot longer to break down than back guano. So the good part about this is that by the time hopefully it breaks down, your plants are going to start producing fruit, or your vegetables are going to start producing. So just shake, get them out in there, and the stuff does stink because it's fish bones. The one thing about fish meal is that it's going to break down a lot faster though than other organic phosphate type of fertilizers, because fish bones are very light, they're not super dense, and they can break down faster. I have papayas that are going to go into these containers. They're not going to go in probably for another month, but with organic nutrients, it takes a little while for them to break down usually. So we're going to water this a little bit and let it sit for about a month, and everything will be available pretty much, except for the phosphate, right away for the plant. Now we have Mexicrop seaweed. Where's this kelp? It's Mexicrop soluble powder. It's Norwegian kelp. Actually, this is seaweed harvested off of the Norwegian coastline. You can actually put this in your container and water the plants with it, or foliar feed them, or you can mix it right in the soil. I'm just gonna mix in. You don't need a whole lot. This stuff is really strong. This has plant hormones in it that actually help your plant grow a lot faster. I love this stuff. This stuff's amazing. Mix that stuff around real good. Okay. I'm gonna open up my other bag of soil now. Just add it in there like this. And then mix all of it up. Okay. All the way at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and add a little bit more Azomite. A lot more Azomite. Another scoop of Earthworm Castings. Now, if you already have a tree planted or vegetables planted, you don't have to mix this straight into the soil. I like to do it, but you can actually top dress it and just sprinkle on the top of the soil and water it in. Okay. The last thing we have here is plant success. This stuff is very expensive. You can get humic acid on its own offline if you want. So I'm going to put 2 scoops in here. It's also got mycorrhizal units in here, which they inoculate the root system, and they can break down nutrients a lot faster than the actual root system can. So it helps break it down and actually feed the roots. And what that does is it also allows the plant to grow a lot faster, because it doesn't have to sit there and try to break down all the different nutrients in the soil. It makes nutrients a lot faster and more available to the root system. You don't have to mix this too deep, because when you water it, it's going to flow real easy through here. Okay. The last thing we have is Super Thrive. Now, when you transplant a plant, you can add a drop or two to this to the soil. This is not organic. However, it does help a lot if your plant is in looks like it's going into a shock, or it's looks very stressed out. So that's pretty much it. So earthworm castings, fish bone meal for flowering. We have azomite for the trace minerals. We have bat guano for the nitrogen for the plant growth. We have you can use either sea kelp or seaweed soluble powder. This helps supply hormones to the plant, stimulates the growth. It's got a little bit of nitrogen in it, and it's very good for the plant. And we have humic acid. And that's it.